Hi everyone, it's Heather at Little Bird Blythe. I don't know what I was thinking when I was buying this stuff. It's raw suri alpaca and I'm going to wash it and attempt to dye it, and I thought you might like to join me on this journey. This is my bag of the alpaca fibres. What I'm going to do, maybe just shove the whole lot in. So I've run some cool water. Put that in there. Now I've got to be quite careful. Can't use hot water because obviously it'll felt it. And then we'll end up with a mass of hair rather than fibres. So I'm washing it with some antibacterial soap, hand soap. This could be a complete disaster, like many of my ventures. I don't know what I was thinking. Why did I buy raw alpaca? I was thinking, oh, it's cheaper. It'll save me some money. No, don't do it. Just buy the scalp in future. Get someone else to do the hard work. Right, so let's give that a bit of a clean. It is ditched, absolutely grim. Whew. Soap smells nice, so it's mint. A real good clean. Have to rinse that through as well before we put the dye in. Oh, that stinks. The soap's nice, but I can smell the dirt as well. This is going a bit messy. It'll take a while to pick the fibres apart, I would think. It does need a good clean. Whew. What was I thinking? Crazy lady, crazy, crazy lady. Okay. Right then. I'll gently squeeze that out. Hopefully I haven't felted it too badly. Gonna have to give it a rinse, so I'll pop it on my tray, which is there. Got most of the fibres out. So now I'm going to have to empty this. Okay, I'm going to shift the shower hose. Try not to drench my camera. Right there. And then I'm going to empty this out. I think I'll do it over here. Oops. Okay. A tiny amount of residue in there, but the colour of that water was absolutely disgusting. So let's put some fresh in here now. Give everything a thorough clean down afterwards. Just put that there. Put back in the water. Wow, there's certainly not anywhere near the same amount of muck in there now, and it's very blonde, isn't it? It was actually quite dark. Oh no, look at that still. Ooh. Raw alpaca. Oh, it's definitely raw. Yeah, a real good rinse. I must have been having a moment. Oh, Oh, crazy lady. Oh my word, look at that. So it's actually gone brown again. This is the first rinse. So let's give that a good wash around. All that nastiness out. So the moral of this story is basically just buy it pre-prepared or get somebody else to do your rerooting if you don't want the hassle. Okay, next pot. Alright, so here's the second pot of clean. Give it another rinse. If anything comes out of it this time. Oh, it's got a lovely blonde shade though, hasn't it? Yes, the water's still got some gunk in it, looking at that. Oh, it needs a thorough wash, doesn't it? A bit cleaner than it was now. I think I might do another soapy one actually next, just to give it a thorough clean. Oh my word, look at that, gone brown again. Okay, that's all the fibres out. Take this one. More fresh water, and I'm going to put a bit more soap. I think actually I might leave it to soak for a little while. I'll see if that does it some good. I'll come back and rinse it again a couple of times after that. Okay, so several rinses later and another wash, and the fibre is hopefully ready for taking the dye. Now I'm going to use this pink colour by Dylon, and it's cold water dye, and I also need some salt by Waitrose. So I'm going to put those in the pan and then pop, give it a good mix, and then I'll put the fibre in. I don't need the whole packet because this is for 250 grams worth of fabric and I've only got 50 grams worth. So I'll be using a bit of this particular packet here. Okay, so that's the dye and the salt in, so I'll give that a bit of a mix up. It's quite a vibrant pink. I did want a lighter pink really, but they didn't have anything suitable, so we're going with bright pink instead. See, all nicely dissolved. Okay, time to add the fibre. Let's see what happens. In you go. Ooh, pretty. Oh no, that's coming out quite nice like that. Goodness only knows how I'm going to untangle this now. Okay, I'll just sort of tease that out a little. It's looking good. Okay. Now I'll have to leave that for a little while and see if it takes the colour. Okay, so the instructions say that I have to stir for 15 minutes and then stir regularly for 45 minutes, then rinse the fabric in cold water, wash in warm water and dry away from direct heat and sunlight. I'm going to totally disregard all those instructions. I'm going to leave it to soak for about an hour while I go and have some lunch. I'll come back and clean my ensuite, and I shall then rinse the lovely alpaca locks and dry it in the direct sunshine outside because it's a gorgeous day. Back in a bit. Right then everybody, it's been approximately an hour, maybe a bit less. I sprayed some Monster High heads with Mr. Super Clear outside, and I had my lunch, which was delicious. A corn curry, which was lovely, left over from the other day. And now I think it's going to be time to take in the hair. So let's get it out the water. Oh, there we go. Pretty colour. That's nice. Oh, that's lovely actually. Getting it everywhere though, so I'm going to have to clean the shower. Oh, which I think I would have done anyway. Oh, look at that. Isn't that lovely? I wonder how light it will go after rinsing. So let's get rid of the water. Give it a bit of a rinse. Pretty locks. Okay. So there we go, some nice clean water for rinsing. Let's see how much of this stuff comes out. A little bit. Yep, it's coming out. Now this is brilliant because I wanted a lighter pink. When I saw the packet I thought it was going to be too dark, and I thought, you know, hey you deal with what you've got. But it's actually dyed a much lighter colour than the look on the packet. And that's really brilliant. That's exactly what I wanted, and I wanted it sort of mixed tones, hence I wasn't there constantly stirring it. So that's quite good. I think that's going to be beautiful. Just rinsing out. It's still holding the colour, so that's good. Okay, I think we might need to do another rinse and then we'll go and stick it in the bright sunshine to dry. Like that. Sunshine work its magic. There we go. Cut that out. And go in for another rinse. Oh. I decided to give it another bit of a wash. I'm hoping it doesn't take out too much of the colour, but the instructions do say wash it after you've rinsed it, so I'm just going to give it a bit of a flap around in the antibacterial hand wash. There we go. See if any more comes out. It is still coming out, but it's luckily it's holding its colour, and it's a lovely colour. I'm liking that very much. So that's good. So I'll give it another couple of rinses and then we'll stick it in the sunshine, I think, after that. Okay, hopefully this will be nearly the last time I have to rinse it. You can see it's still holding its colour after the wash. So that's good. Get that foam out. It's lovely. That's a beautiful colour. I'm really, really pleased with that colour. I still have no idea how I'm going to untangle it and make it into locks that I can use in a reroot, so we'll see what it looks like when it's dry. But that's looking really good. Most of the dye stopped coming out now, so it's obviously going to hold this colour now, and that's fantastic. I'm really pleased with that, so hopefully there won't be any colour transference when it's finished. That's lovely. Really pleased with that. Okay. So, I'll show you again when it's dry. So off we go, it's on the tray. I'm going to take it out into the garden to dry out in the sunshine. Right then, welcome back, and this is the finished article. As you can see, when I was washing it, I have felted it slightly. I was conscious of that when I was messing it around in the bowl. But I didn't feel that I could wash it any less than I did. The original listing from Etsy, the person that I bought it from said that it was just dust. That I've reread it. It says that it was just dust, and alpacas do like to roll in dust. And it says, but alpacas are clean animals generally, and there's absolutely no poo in this, which is one of the reasons why I bought it, because that would really freak me out. However, you saw the state of the pan and the water that was in there. It's absolutely filthy. So whether it was only dust, I mean, it certainly did smell quite significantly when I was cleaning it. But there was so much in there, and I couldn't possibly have just brushed it or, you know, wafted it outside as she was sort of suggesting, because it was just absolutely ditch. I couldn't have used it for anything. That would have just been revolting. So I had to wash it to the extent that I did. So whether other people do or not, I don't know, but I couldn't possibly have got away without washing the fibres in the way that I did. So that's why it is still slightly felted. Now, having said that, this is 50 grams worth, actually just less because I've got some underneath there as well. So this is 50 grams worth of alpaca that has been washed and hand dyed by myself. The 50 grams cost me £7, that was it, plus £4 postage, because it came from a farm in the UK. So that's a very reasonable price for this amount of fibre. I've still got a lot of processing to do, and I've started to do that processing, so I'll show you that in a moment. So that's there. But bear in mind how much I paid for the the locks that I bought from Navy Blue Naval, that cost me £28.74 for half an ounce, and that was a very small amount. In fact, I can show you a pack that's from a different seller, but this is half an ounce, and basically that's how much half an ounce is. So I got this from a different seller. This is beautifully prepared. So I've got all of this, and I would suspect that I'll be able to get a significant amount out of this to be able to reroot the Monster High. It did take, when I rerouted the other Monster High, it did take the full half an ounce, apart from the fluffy bits that were left behind. So I'm confident that for my £7 plus the cost of the dye, which is about £3, and obviously postage for the fibre, I'll be able to reroot the doll for a lot less than the price of the Blue Navy Naval. However, bear in mind the amount of time it's taken me just to get to this stage, and I still have got to process it to make it into usable locks. The amount of time was significant, and if you take your normal hourly rate and add that on, and also the whole squeamishness of having to wash animal hair in your bathroom or wherever you choose to wash it, and then dye it as well, although I suppose it didn't take hours and hours, it's still significant for the hassle to do that. So what you're paying for with these people who make the fibres for you to use for your doll's hair, you're paying for their time basically to make it into from the unwashed horrible matted stuff that I showed you originally in the video, to this beautiful silky locks that can then be used on your doll hair. So it's your time basically. But I'm really pleased anyway. I'm pleased with what came out. I'm not sure I want to go through the process again because of the amount of time it took, and also it was a bit gross. I don't like doing things like that if I can help it. I know it's ridiculous, isn't it? I'm a grown woman, but I just don't like things like that. So I'm not sure I would do it again. However, I'm really pleased with the fact that it's come out lovely and soft. It no longer smells horrible, and it's the most beautiful colour. I'm so pleased with the colour. So that was flamingo pink, and I've got a lovely set of fluffy locks to use. So I've started to process it, and I think what I'm going to do, I have been sort of brushing it lightly just to make the fibres separate slightly. But I think what I'm going to do is just separate the fibres out. So where they're felted, I'll separate them out as much as I can, and then when it comes to rerooting, I'm going to brush them slightly and then snip them where they're felted so that I get a nice straight cut, and then I'll use that to reroot the Monster High. I'm hoping that in amongst all this lot there should be enough to do my Claudine Wolf. So I'm going to get on with that processing now. I'm literally just using a brush just to separate out some of the fibres so that they're easier to use. I'll get some of those ready. I'm not going to show you that on camera because I think that's fairly self-explanatory, isn't it? I'm still getting lots of fluff off, bear that in mind. And I'll get some of these ready, and then I'll be doing the Claudine Wolf rerouting. So I hope that's been useful. I have blathered on a little bit, and it is quite a long video, but it shows you the process, how long and laborious the whole task of making these beautiful alpaca fibres is. So you just have to make your choice. Are you like me? Will you go for the raw alpaca and think, oh yeah, I can save myself a few quid by processing it myself? Or will you go to the experts who do this and probably do it in bulk, that charge more, but you get a beautiful product that's easy to use at the end? So it's just a choice, isn't it, at the end of the day? Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. As ever, if you enjoy dolly videos and haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the notification bell, and then you'll be notified when I upload more videos. I hope you've enjoyed this process, and I hope it's been educational to you. If you've got any questions, then please leave them in the comments below, and I hope you all have some fantastic dolly fun today. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.